Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. If you like this kind of news, subscribe and share the video so you don't miss anything. Last night in Italy, something happened that got everyone talking. Yaman and Sara were filmed right in the streets of Rome during a very harsh argument. Shouting, tension, angry gestures, and completely out of control. The footage was taken in the Trastevere neighborhood, and within minutes, it exploded on social media. Italian outlets even titled the scene, "The Night of the Storm." And in Turkey, the question came immediately. What happened to Khan to bring him to that point? They say, the key is another video that surfaced a few hours earlier. In that recording, Khan is at a friend's house with red eyes, breathing heavily, and covering his face with his hands. People close to him claim that night he received devastating news, something that left him emotionally drained like never before. And where would that blow have come from? This is where Demet enters the story. Social media and backstage rumors suddenly turned toward her. It's known that Khan and Demet had a much-talked-about relationship for years, always surrounded by mystery. But this time, according to whispers, Demet made an important decision that same night. Some believe it was a step toward getting back with Khan. Others think the opposite, closing that chapter forever. And words supposedly coming from her circle added fuel to the fire. This time, I will do what my heart tells me, no matter what. They say that was a direct hit for Khan. The strongest claim at dawn was that Demet not only didn't return, but decided to erase Khan from her life. That would be the real reason for his breakdown. An even more dramatic rumor is also circulating, that Khan called his mother angrily and said something like, "Tell her to keep her daughter away from me. I can't handle another crisis like this." No one can confirm those words, but they fit the explosive mood of the night. So why the fight with Sara? There are two ways to read it. First, Khan's emotional collapse also spilled into his relationship with Sara, and she lost patience seeing him like that. Second, Sara herself may have been affected by the Demet issue, hinting that Khan still has unfinished business with his past. Either way, the clash was public and brutal, and it made clear the tension had been building for a while. And while everything was burning, Demet kept absolute silence. Not a word, not a post, not an explanation. That silence weighed more than any statement. At the same time, another version appeared. Khan tried to call her, but Demet didn't answer, or even ended the call. People around her say she didn't want to enter a conversation that would hurt her emotionally, which only strengthened the idea that she had already turned the page. Early in the morning, Khan's representative broke the silence with a short but powerful line. "Khan is going through a personal crisis. We ask for sensitivity." And of course, that opened a new wave of doubts. A crisis because of Sara? Because of Demet? Or both? Then, a new rumor arrived that changes the board. Demet may be considering accepting a project and moving abroad for a long period. If that is true, it would explain why Khan felt lost. She would be stepping into a life out of reach for him. And as if that weren't enough, there's talk of security cameras in Italy capturing Khan walking alone after the argument, trying to send a voice message. The content would have been heartbreaking. "I'm losing everything. I don't know what to do anymore." And the big question is, who was it meant for? Sara? Demet? Or both? What's clear is that this isn't just two people involved. There are three crossed emotions, three stories colliding. Khan and Sara seem to have reached a breaking point. Khan and Demet even if distant, are connected again by a decision that changed everything. And the tabloids remain obsessed with the same thing: who wins and who loses in this triangle. For now, nobody has given a full version. But if those close to the situation say anything, it's that this is only the beginning. If more evidence or statements appear, I'll tell you here right away. When I read everything being said about Demet Özdemir, the first thing I feel is a mix of pride in her and exhaustion from the noise built around her. To me, it's crystal clear that Demet is not jumping ship, that she keeps working with the same seriousness as always, and that many of the stories about her leaving or being replaced are pure, self-interested fantasy. Some people want to sell a permanent scandal, but I don't see Demet hesitating. I see her steady, focused, and aware of the place she earned through hard work. I think it's important to repeat this because, amid so many rumors, people sometimes forget the basics. She is doing her job, and she is doing it well. I see Demet as the real pillar of any project she joins. I'm not saying this out of fandom. I'm saying it because the facts prove it. Her presence holds the story. The audience follows because of her. And her work ends up elevating everyone sharing the scene. That's why I understand those who say a series without Demet would lose strength and viewers. I feel the same way. It's not that others lack talent. It's that Demet has that rare magnetism that turns a plot from just a script into something that truly pulls you in. There are good actresses, and there are actresses who push the story forward. Demet is the second kind. Also, Demet is not a seasonal actress who depends on the wind. She's a professional with a solid career that speaks for itself. Every year she adds awards, nominations, international recognition. It's no accident she became a figure followed outside Turkey, and that in many countries her name guarantees success. I'm impressed by how she moves across genres: romance, comedy, hard drama, without losing naturalness or truth. That versatility is what makes her unique. That's why I find it naive to think anyone can take her place just because it suits someone. And for that very reason, I'm outraged by the idea that an outsider would try to interfere at work to push her out. With what right does a third person, partner, friend, or influence from the circle decide who should or shouldn't be on set? To me, that looks like abuse disguised as personal preference. Jealousy or insecurity is not solved by sabotaging someone who does her job well. Demet isn't responsible for anyone's envy, nor should she pay the price for someone else's distrust. If someone doesn't trust their partner or can't stand sharing space with a successful woman, they should deal with it privately instead of trying to control an entire production. What also annoys me is the double standard used to judge her success. When Demet drives a project to number one, it's celebrated until her shine starts to bother someone. Then the toxic narrative appears that she gets in the way, that she's too much, that she must be replaced. I don't buy it. I think what's behind it is fear of being overshadowed. Some actors and entourages can't handle sharing the screen with someone who steals focus effortlessly, and they'd rather cut the star than admit the problem is their own ego. And yes, I believe that dynamic has a lot to do with the pressure being pushed right now. Still, to me, it's obvious that Demet and Çağatay work as a team. You can see it on screen and in the project's impact. That chemistry can't be manufactured by last-minute casting. So if the people in charge are thinking of strange moves, I think they should listen to the viewers. In the end, the audience sustains a series, And if people say, without Demet, I'm not watching, that's not a tantrum. It's a direct reading of her artistic value and her weight in the story. Even if some wished otherwise, the reality is simple. What works should be respected. If anyone thinks they can replace her like a interchangeable piece, they don't understand what makes Demet irreplaceable. It's not only about acting well. It's about sustaining emotion, giving truth to the narrative, turning scenes into moments people keep. I see her able to cross any storm because she has what many don't: craft, discipline, and thick skin. She doesn't need to shout to impose herself. Working is enough. And that's why campaigns against her, no matter how loud, can't touch what matters: her talent. In short, I trust Demet will come out stronger from all of this. Controversies fade, egos deflate, and maneuvers are forgotten. Real talent remains. And hers, to me, is the kind that leaves a mark. I hope the industry remembers that stories are not held up by jealousy or external pressure, but by the people who make them believable. And if today there's an actress who turns everything she touches into a phenomenon and pushes her co-stars to shine brighter, that is Demet Özdemir.